Hi all, this video is regarding the compiler experiment in which we have to write a lex specification for token separation using regular expressions. Now what is lex? It helps us to write programs whose control flow is directed by the instances of regular expressions. It may contain identifiers, your punctuations, and so on. Now the lex program has a format or syntax pattern to be followed in which a user can write. Now the general format is, first we write the definitions. The first part contains all the header files if a user wants to include any. The double percentage, it marks the end of a file. So the first one that comes is the declaration rules, in which we include all the header procedures as I said earlier. And the second one, we include all the translation rules, in which we give all the printf statements, whatever you have to print, the identifier, brackets, punctuations, operators, whatever you need, whatever the user needs to include in the lex table. Then at last it comes the auxiliary procedures, in which we call and invoke the function calls. Now as we'll have a look at the program, in this I have given, in the header file I have not specified any header. I've just given a initialization of count as 0, and then comes the translation rules, in which I've given all the letter, digit, id and number. I've defined all of it in the form of a regular expression. And then the further translation rules, which includes int. In this section, the program or the compiler will identify whether the input program is having the data type in among them. For example, int, float, double, main. Then we have to or the compiler will print the keyword is any keyword if specified in the program, id, number, punctuations, operators, so on. Now this is the auxiliary procedures. In this, yylex is a function call which calls the main program in order to execute each and every function. Int ywrap, it's a function call which is called when all the input from the user is exhausted. Then return 0. We'll try running this program. Now I'll give any input to it. Now since my input was a equals to b plus c, my identifier is a, operator is equals to, then b and c is identified as identifier plus n equals to is identified as operator. So this was all for my experiment. Thank you.